Well, I'm Jacquelyn Lane. I'm from the United States, and I'm doing an MPhil in Engineering for Sustainable Development, and I'm here at Pembroke College. My dissertation is in energy asset financing in developing countries, more specifically Africa. And that's really exciting because it's a very practical application for research right now. And it's really a cool opportunity for us to put clean energy assets in more developing countries where we don't have to industrialize the same way that the Western world largely has, starting with dirty energies and then eventually transforming to clean. So it's a really exciting area to be studying right now. I did my undergraduate degree in chemical engineering in the United States, but realized that I didn't feel like I had a complete understanding of the environment and of some of these other issues that are going on. I realized I understood how to solve engineering problems, but I didn't understand the more philosophical and high level of should we solve them and how should we solve them with some of these issues that we're facing with climate change and population growth. How really does engineering fit into that? And I believe this degree is a great way to kind of meld my two passions, which are sustainability overall and then engineering and that practical problem-solving mindset. Certainly the reason that I'm in a STEM field is because I had great role models who were women, who were in STEM fields, who encouraged me along the way and told me that I could do it. It's very easy to feel like the odd one out in a very male-dominated field. When I was in high school, I was one of the only women in my class in physics and in chemistry, and I proceeded to take some engineering courses at my local university when I was still a high school student, but I was one of maybe 2 or 3 women in the room. And it's a really intimidating thing to be one of the only women there, and it's really easy to feel isolated and wonder, should I be here? Am I really cut out for this? And but because of the great role models I had who really encouraged me, I was able to complete those classes and move on to a full level or a full-time undergraduate degree, and now I'm here for my MPhil at Cambridge. My time in Cambridge has been fantastic. I've loved being with so many different cultures and countries and backgrounds and areas of study, and that diversity I think is really one of Cambridge's greatest strengths. And I've been able to be in college with people studying all kinds of different programs and degrees, and that's been wonderful. That's something I didn't really get to experience in the States, where I exclusively hung out with people in the engineering department. So being here in Pembroke has really allowed me to interact with a greater variety of people, and that's been, wonderful. I've had great research advisors and truly world-class professors, people who are so passionate about what they do, and it's so neat to know that these are some of the greatest change makers in the world, all here at university together. Women in STEM fields are fantastic, and I look up to so many women who choose to study those fields. There have been so many great women in history who have kind of gone against the grain and decided to study what are considered more masculine fields, and those are some of my real-life heroes. And I'm really passionate about getting more women into those areas. When I was in undergrad, I spent a lot of time working with elementary and middle school students, helping them with science projects and explaining what STEM fields are and what engineering means, and encouraging them, and showing them the fun that it can be to work on some of these experiments and fun projects. And that's continued. Through my undergrad degree, I did a research project about how to get more women in STEM fields, and we put out a lot of video modules and reached out to a lot of classrooms and just really worked on a lot of people's perceptions. And one of the main things that we ran into is that so many young women don't really feel that they have the abilities. They don't feel confident, and they're afraid to be one of the odd ones out. And certainly I know from my own experience how crippling that can be and how hard it can be to feel like, oh, I don't know if I belong here. I don't know if I can do it. I really believe that we need to encourage other women, and we need to be a tribe of women who want to see each other succeed. Certainly, I think that one of the most important things for anyone studying STEM to have is grit and determination. I think it's not always the smartest people that end up getting the degrees or doing groundbreaking research. I think it's the grittiest people, the ones who can really make it happen, who can study the long hours and put in the time and effort that it takes. And if you believe that that's what you want to do, and then I encourage anyone to stick with it. It is a lot of work, but certainly I found that the rewards have been greater than all the sacrifices, and it's really fun to be a part of very practical research. And one thing I love about engineering is that very practical problem-solving mindset, where it's all about applying issues or applying solutions to everyday issues. And that's something that I felt very personally called to, and wanted to make a mark and a difference in the world through that. And so to anyone who's considering STEM as a high school student, I'd say go for it, and keep following down that path until you find something that you feel is a better fit for you. But certainly it's worth the time, it's worth the effort.